wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas. The roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Houston Texans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Ready!
The man coming off a great rookie year, it's Dameon Pierce. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Another carry for Pierce. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Texans at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And you look at this Saints defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Go check, go check. Come 19, come 19.
Stroud on 3rd down now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 36. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Stroud. Touchdown! Nico Collins. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Carr going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. In his 7th season now, here's Alvin Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On play action, it's Carr. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to
touchdown, Saints? Chris Olave, 31 yards.
And the Saints respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2.
Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints will take over possession here up at the 44.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
He'll find Shaheed out to the right.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now a play fake. Carr. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Will Anderson
in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Now Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Got to give the offensive coordinator credit there. He got right into the head of the defensive coordinator because right on the heels of the sack on 2nd down, he figured they were going to come at him hard again. And so he went ahead and hit a brilliant call. Screen pass works well enough. They're able to pick up a 1st down. That's one way to keep that defense at bay.
Now.
Coming left is Kamara. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
42 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Saints have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that makes the score 14-7. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
Taking it about the 1.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is. Pierce has it knocked loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On second down, here's Pierce.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Stroud to throw it.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
Their own 33-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're...
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Kamara up the middle. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Ready.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Stroud now on second down.
Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Carr's throw complete there to Johnson. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25.
A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards. Carr now on 1st down.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
That play looked off right from the beginning because I think he hurt himself a little bit and ended up making the throw short of the back on the screen attempt. It falls incomplete.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. And this is incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Carr to throw again.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Throwing now is Carr. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Kamara is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
On for the extra point is Folk. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Saints 21, Texans 10.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Dancing to his left. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Stroud looking to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
What down?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Go Chiefs.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. Shifts by him at the 25.
59 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Play action. Now it's Carr.
And a dangerous throw there. Incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They fake the handoff. Now Carr.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr.
And the Saints would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Texans 10.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Carr.
This one taken in by Olave.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Saints.
On play action. Now Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Christian Harris there finding his way home to record the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Carr.
Gets this complete to Shaheed.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll be fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this Texans defense stands tall.
Okay, ready?
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Go check. Go check. Ready?
On first down, here's Stroud. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom.
Touchdown! Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
For the extra point.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Texans 10.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
Taken at the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They go again with Pierce. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Pierce now up the middle. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
Down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 2.
Pierce will try to pick it up. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
At the 47-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
A 10th carry for Kamara. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Now Carr. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down.
White. With the hood. Raider 2.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. Here comes the Saints punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. No stopping Peyton Turner on that sack. He would not be denied.
Defenders are always happy anytime they can sack a quarterback for a loss of 10 or more yards. There's an example there. High fives all around.
Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
4th down, Mills. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Down. 180. We're good.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. Here's Carr now going to fake the jet sweep and throw off play action. He completes it to Olave.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 23 yards, the final tally.
Hey, 7:34. 29.
From the gun, it's Carr. And it's caught. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas from 6 yards away. And the Saints look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Folk connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
There he goes, left side. Past midfield. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, Mills.
Forced out to his left. And his throw here's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mills.
Flushed out right. Over the middle, complete. That's Pierce. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Looking to throw is Mills. Delivers another one to Pierce.
Fights free at the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a 1st down.
Pierce. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Throwing, Mills.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Dameon Pierce.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Monday, down.
Carr now on 1st down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Christian Harris
able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Mills to throw for it on fourth. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
At the 47-yard line.
He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Carr going to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here comes the Saints punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
First down, Mills. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Ryan Brzee able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2. To throw, Mills. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mills to throw it. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
The Saints will take over at 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Charles, a lot